Hi, in this video, we're going to discuss how to manually make your posts inside of Facebook in groups. So first thing you need to do is go to the MDA playbook. There's a download for that, and you're going to be able to find all the campaigns. Now, some campaigns work better for others in different markets, so experiment and find out what's going to work best for you. Now, the one I'm going to demonstrate here is going to be the renters to homeowners campaign, which is the absolute most popular campaign that gets the most results. Now, every campaign is going to have two types of post. You're going to have a post that uses the auto poster, and you're going to have a post down below if you're going to be posting manually. Now, the difference between the two is the actual words that are coming across. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So if you see here, it starts out by saying, I am looking for people, but here it says, I am wanting people, and here is I'm seeking people. We want the ads to look different every single time that we post on Facebook as much as possible, so Facebook doesn't hone in that we're posting the same thing over and over again. So when you're posting manually, you're going to take the three variations of that post you're trying to do, and you're going to customize it and get ready to post those into your groups. Now, if you're going to be posting using the auto poster, which I only recommend that you do once you've had experience, then you're going to be able to use this. And you'll see that it has what's called spin tags. And what spin tags does is every time it makes a post, it just chooses one of these words at random. Again, please start out using manually to make all your posts until you get the hang of it, and then go into a little more advanced strategy and consider using the desktop auto poster. All right. So the first thing that I've done for this demonstration is I've taken these three posts and I've cut and pasted them over to a notepad file. Now, the first thing you're going to notice is that it needs to be customized a little bit, right? So obviously your name here is not your name here, right? So we're going to change that. And we're going to change the state. Now, if you have a lender that will go down to a 580 credit score, leave that. If you have a lender that go lower, then change it. If your lender will only go higher, then change that as well. Just to let you know, we do have a relationship with a nationwide lender, well, actually 38 states. So if you need a lender that will do lower credit scores, let me know, and I'll give you guys the hookup on that. Now, right here, you're going to see it says insert link here, right? So that's what I want to talk about real quick, is the insert link here, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your ManyChat account. And when you go to your ManyChat account, I want you on the left-hand side, I want you to go down here to growth tools. Now, you may already have a growth tool here. You should have one because we tested it when we set your account up. And you can actually duplicate that. But I want to do one from scratch so you understand the concept behind it. So if I go up here and I click on new growth tool, it's going to say, hey, what type of growth tool I want. Now, I want you to think of a growth tool as something that's going to grow your list, okay? So the one we're always going to use is called the messenger reference URL. So think of that as a link. So we're going to click on that. And then here, I like to name the link the campaign that I'm doing. So I'm going to name this RTH number 1, which is renters to homeowners number 1. Now, in the setup process, it says add subscriber to sequence. So basically, you're telling the system when someone clicks on this link, I want to add them to this campaign, otherwise known as a quote unquote sequence. So you're just going to take your mouse and click on there, and you're going to find one called Realtors Renters to Homeowners. Now, the same premise would work if you wanted a different campaign. So if you're starting a buyer trap campaign, you would just choose buyer trap. If you're choosing a seller's costly mistake campaign, you would choose that. And then in the PDF, it tells you which campaign to start. So obviously this is the renters to homeowners campaign. So we're going to click that, and then we're going to hit next. Now it's going to ask us to hit save, and it's going to give us a URL. Now that's the URL that we want to use. So I'm going to hit copy the URL, and I'm going to go back here to Notepad, and then I'm going to add that URL here. I like to put a colon here at the end too. Now, this is a different ad, so I want the link to be different as well. It's always a good idea to always have newer links In other words, we don't want to use the same link over and over again if we can avoid it. So every time you run a campaign, you might want to consider going in here and updating your growth tools. Now, when you do that, make sure that you don't delete your existing growth tools because you have old ads out there that won't work. But let me show you how easy it would be to do that. So if you go back to your growth tools, you'll see that you have one already started. So if you go up here to this gear icon and go down here to click duplicate, it's going to actually duplicate it. So if you click that, you can change this name to RTH2 and hit save, and then go here to setup, and then copy the URL, and then go here, and then put the link there. Now, same thing with this one. I'm going to make the adjustments. All right. All right, and we have one more to do. So we'll go back here to our growth tools, and we're going to go here. I'm going to duplicate, click on this, go up here and change this to RTH3, hit save, then go over here to setup, then hit copy the URL to clipboard, go here, and the link would be right here. Perfect. All right, and this last one I'm gonna have to justify. I mean, I don't have to not justify. I'm gonna have to fix here. All right, and all right. So we have our 3 ads ready to rock, and as you can see here, each of these links is different. You see, this is 4891. Ending in 4891. This is ending in 4901. This is ending in 4911. So each link is different as far as Facebook is concerned. All right. So first things first, you're going to take your post and you're going to copy it. Now you're going to navigate to the first group that you want to post in. So if this is the group you're going to post in, we always want to start discussion. So if you're in a group and it's a buy, sell, trade group and you have an option to post an item for sale, you don't want to do that. You want to click the start discussion button, okay? This group doesn't have that, so each group is a little different. Just make sure we're actually starting discussions. So all you got to do is go here and then cut and paste. And depending on what happened, you might have to edit it a little bit so it looks right. All right, now you're gonna see this picture pop up here, right? This is the default from Facebook. I like to hit the remove button so that doesn't show up, and just simply click post. So there's my post, and then you're gonna go to the next one. Now, when I say go to the next one, you really need to space them apart. For this video, I'm not gonna space them apart just to show you how it's done. But for maximum effort, you really want to space these a minimum of 30 minutes apart. Don't do no more than 2 per hour, otherwise Facebook's going to say that you're spamming. So that's the advantage of using the auto poster, because it's just going to pause for you for 30 minutes and then shoot the next one out. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to go to the next group in line and start a discussion. All right, go ahead and get rid of that preview image and click post. Now this one says the post has been submitted and is pending approval by admin. Sometimes they approve it, sometimes they don't. This is something that we have to deal with. All right, so go to the last one right here and then copy, and then go to the last group that you want to do, paste. Again, you want to do these about 30 minutes apart if you're doing it manually. Get rid of that and go down here and click post. All right, so that's all that you have to do in order to post ads manually. Again, make sure you're spacing those about 30 minutes apart. And when you go to the MDA playbook, it's going to actually let you know which campaign to run. So as an example, we were looking at the renters to homeowners campaign, and here's the ad copy. If you're going to be using an auto poster, down below is going to be 3 variations to do manually, and it's going to tell you the campaign to start. So as an example, let's say we're doing the home seller campaign right here. It's going to give you the ad that you need, and then it's going to give you the campaign to start. So you look here and you'll see that this is the seller's costly mistakes, right? So if I wanted to run this campaign, then I would go up here to the growth tool, and I would click on growth tools, and I would click that, and I'll do message reference URL, and then I go here, and you see it says seller's costly mistakes. So this right here is going to always match this right here, and then the campaign will start the way it's supposed to. All right, guys, that's it for running ads manually. Just make sure that you're spacing those apart. Make sure you're changing your growth tools as you create new campaigns. And when you run a new campaign, make sure that you're not deleting your existing growth tools, okay? The reason that you don't want to do that is because you have old ads that are out there. So if these were all ads that you did today and then you deleted them, if someone clicks on it, it's not going to work. So I typically will run a campaign once a week to see how many leads that I get. The next time I run a campaign, I would probably go in here and duplicate these and make RTH 4, 5, and 6, and just keep that going. It's not 100% necessary that you do it every single time, but at least every other time, make sure you're kind of swapping your links out a little bit. All right, guys, I hope that helps you. If you have any questions, remember that we have a 24-hour, 7 days a week support. And remember, as modern digital agents, when things change, and they will, we learn and we adapt and we overcome. Happy selling, everyone.